What's going on, guys? So today I have a special video. Well, tonight I did say that I was going to try and put out this video of these master sets that are all nicely packaged into one binder, but sometimes I don't get to things. Sometimes I just don't have time. Anyways, tonight I had time, so here we go. Let's get into it. So this is a master set of base set, jungle, fossil, and rocket. Now, it's not complete. I have the rest of the uncommons and commons on the way here. They were super cheap, but for the most part it is complete. And I'm waiting for a base set Gyarados, so there's a base set 2 in here, but still nice cards. Really just takes you back having a binder. Oh yeah, there we go. We can get the shine on these. Now, I know some people feel like cards and binders are actually stored worse. In my opinion, it depends how the binder is stored. If the binder has weight on top of it, no. If the binder is upright, that's a no for me. If the binder is like this, stored, that's a no for me. Any way these cards can't be flat or end up curved or at an angle somehow, they can permanently get damaged and get warped that way. So we've got our minty, and I made sure building this that the cards were the mintiest cards that I had. So I know that if I were to do this again without having a collection to pull from, it would definitely not be easy or cheap to make one of these sets, which is why I have them priced pretty high on my Mercari store. But anyways, let's get into it. So we've got this Alakazam over here. Definitely don't want to damage them during the video. We've got this Alakazam over here. Wonder if we can get the holo to shine on this Alakazam. Wonder if I go over it like so. That'll show it any better. I don't know if you guys can see this. We can't get that Alakazam to shine up just right, but that's okay. We've got our Alakazam. That card is mint. I'm sure would run somewhere like 50, 60 bucks near mint. We've got a Blastoise. These can run past $200 if they're truly mint, which you guys will see the backs of these cards in a second. Chansey, you can get Chansey out of a theme deck, so he's pretty easy to end up finding in mint if you can't pull a Chansey. I don't think they go for that much. You've got Charizard, which good old Charizard can go for $300 to $500 if it's near mint. You've got Clefairy, which is derpy as Clefairy is. I can appreciate that you have some derpier looking cards. Also, I like the color pink, so I actually like these cards a lot. Then we have Gyarados, which in this one's case, it is swapped out. You can see the Cosmo Holo and the 2 there, so it is a base 2. Still a really nice card, and just a placeholder until my other Gyarados comes in. I do have mint condition Gyaradoses, which come in the Overgrowth deck. In fact, I'm trying to see. I could pull one out, but anyways, if you guys know, you know, in the Overgrowth deck, you can get a mint condition Gyarados if you're not able to pull one. We've got our Hitmonchan, which very common. A lot of them are all over the place, but not a lot of them that are in really good condition. I have several, but this was the best condition one I could pull out. We've got your Machamp. Comes in all the starter decks. Actually cannot be pulled out of a pack, which is kind of interesting because one day if there's no starter decks and none of these in circulation, there's really no way to get them, which is kind of interesting. But there are a lot of them, and there are starter decks all over the place, so probably not going out of circulation anytime soon. Don't quote me on that. We've got our Magneton, which actually is a really, really nice holo. There we go. We're able to catch it a little bit on there. I wonder if we can catch all of these. Definitely don't want to bend anything. I mean, you guys can definitely make out some of the holo movements by just moving the page up and down. Anyways, moving on to our next sheet and base set. We've got Mewtwo, which You can get a mint condition Mewtwo in a Zap deck, but you'll spend heavily on a Zap deck unless you're just getting the sealed deck of cards, which I've even seen sealed decks of cards going for 150 to get this Mewtwo. Then you've got your Nidoking, which is honestly one of my favorites. I love Nidoking. I love the purple. I love the background being like this golden orange fiery hue. I don't know how to explain the background of this card. I just think it's really, really nice. Ooh, definitely don't want to lose that. I'm trying to show these hollows by moving these around. Let's see if I can adjust this. There we go. But yeah, we've got our last of our hollows over here. You've got Ninetales, and Ninetales can also be had in the Brushfire theme deck. You would definitely spend a pretty penny getting one of these, but I think in a PSA 8 or 9 they go for $100. So not a hard card to acquire right now, but I definitely think down the road these are going to hold their value really well. I love the artwork. I love the dark hollow pattern, and I love the whole silhouette effect that Ninetales has with that dark background. I really like that card. Poliwrath. We've got this Poliwrath, which I feel like is kind of really underrated. He's really underrated. He's sick. He's like a macho. He's a macho tadpole with like big fighter fists. I don't know. I think he's kind of cool actually. Even though I think most people think he's derpy and would not be happy to pull that card out. Pulling a Poliwrath would be really cool for me. And I do have 17 unopened, authentic base set unlimited packs. So it would be really cool to pull any of these for me, honestly, just because I haven't pulled anything like that before. I haven't been able to quite afford the idea of opening up one of those vintage packs like that cost so much money in the first place. We've got our Zapdos down here, which obviously I'm filling in the real base set Zapdos. That's just a Cosmo Hollow, but interestingly enough, they don't make Cosmo Hollow fossil Zapdoses. This Zapdos is actually a theme deck exclusive out of the either Tempest or Thunderstorm theme decks. They come with the Cosmo Hollow. We've got your Beedrill and Dragonair. Definitely don't need to say all these, but just going over some of the uncommons. Dugtrio, Electabuzz, really hard to find a nice condition Electabuzz. Pidgeotto, this artwork is absolutely phenomenal. Same with Arcanine, same with Charmeleon. These older cards, just phenomenal. Really like just Dratini. Got that sunset in the background. That's a cool card. And here we go. The rest of the uncommon cards. Magmar, that's really cool. Always love that Kadabra artwork. Ivysaur looks cool. Growlithe looks really cool. This Machoke looks epic. Magikarp looks really lame. We've got Nidorino. Porygon, I didn't have a lot of these. Raticate, Wartortle, the classics, Bulbasaur, really great. But I can't get to this. All right, more commons. It's actually really hard. More commons. We got Pikachu, my favorite pretty much. I love that Pidgey artwork. We've got I really like Starmie and Staryu actually. Those are some of my favorite. These trainers are actually really hard to find in my bulk collection of cards. I did have to order a couple. I know there's one missing here. There's one missing here. I have those on order. Most notably is Lass. I feel like the Lass first edition Lass was actually one of my most expensive first edition cards when I was completing my first edition base set, which is still not complete. I'm still missing a first edition Charizard. Another missing trainer in here, but almost have all the trainers from base set just out of my bulk collection, so that's pretty cool. Getting into Jungle. Not a huge fan of Jungle. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of heat in Jungle. As much as I'm actually wrong about this, I thought that Flareon, when I first got back into cards, I thought Flareon would be one of the more really expensive cards in Jungle. It's actually really underrated in my opinion. Flareon is really epic. You can get him for really cheap. That was probably one of the first cards I went after in Jungle. Getting these Eevee evolutions, definitely. These I just happen to have. Mr. Mime, I ended up... Oh, no, that was a first edition I paid for. I think I got this one as a gift. buying another card. Kangaskhan is actually a theme deck exclusive. You can pull it, but it is a theme deck exclusive. You can get Kangaskhan brand new out of the Power Reserve theme deck. You've got Nidoqueen, which Nidoqueen is one of my absolute favorites. I really, really love Nidoqueen. I just think it's a really, really sick looking card. She's in, he, she, whatever. It's in a bed of flowers. It's got the forest tree line behind it. It's got this beautiful blue. It's hand drawn. It's just really hard to beat these older artworks. You got Pidgeot, of course. It's actually really hard to find a good condition Pinsir. Got Pinsir in the mix. One of my favorites of all time, Scyther. Ooh, Ryan, try not to bend these. Scyther, I really like Scyther. I just think it's not only a great hand-drawn artwork, but just a really cool-looking Pokemon. Definitely outside of the box. Snorlax. Who doesn't love Snorlax? I mean, come on. Classic, just munching and chilling and vibing. Gotta love Snorlax. Vaporeon, you can get this out of the Water Blast theme deck. You can also pull it, but you can get a mint condition one out of the Water Blast theme deck. Then we got a really minty Vileplume here. Just happy I had that card. Really nice Victory Bell. I actually bought this card, I think, a year or two ago for $10. And it's really, really mint. It's a really nice card. It's crazy how the prices have changed already in the past 2 years. Venomoth, that was a card that I hunted for a little while. I'm going to focus this. All right, just had to focus in the camera again. Wow, that hollow is really, really shining on the Victory Bell. We've got Wigglytuff, which you can get this. Wigglytuff, I do believe you can get Wigglytuff. No, you know what? I don't think you can get Wigglytuff out of... oh, you know what? Maybe Wigglytuff is in... is that in Psych Out? It might be in Psych Out. I don't know. There's a lot. You can get a lot of the hollows in mint condition in the old vintage theme decks. I've got this card on the way. Don't know what it was. I was really surprised that I had a lot of the non-hollow rares. Was really surprised. They're all in really great shape. So that was really cool to have that page done. I think I only missed a couple. Jungle is really, really small. This Exeggutor is really, really cool. Butterfree is probably my favorite artwork in this whole Jungle set. I think Butterfree was really underrated, and I really wish they gave Butterfree a hollow. Like, as one of Ash's best friends, and when he found Caterpie, I can't believe that they didn't give Butterfree a proper hollow. It was one of Ash's best Pokemon, and honestly, it's a really great Pokemon. If you play the game, Butterfree is really, really versatile. My favorite thing is the sleep powder or the poison powder and Confuse Ray. It's just, wow, you really spam people. All right, yeah, we've just got some uncommons here. Nidorina being one of my favorites. I just love the colors of both Nidoqueen and Nidoking. Ooh, I just leaned on that table a little too much here. This is the first time I'm doing this, guys, so bear with me. I hope it looks good. Now that I have this set up, this is probably how I would do a pack opening, so that you guys could see, and so you could see the weights. This will be how I do something like that down the road, now that I have it set up like this. I know I could do 2 camera views, but I like this better. Oh, Tauros. Tauros is one of my favorites for sure. I really like Tauros. And then Jigglypuff, I just like pink. It's really cool. Pikachu, of course, always my favorite. I also really like that Rhyhorn artwork. It's cool. Now we're into Fossil. I think I had all the hollows in Fossil. Yeah, so weird thing about these, as far as hollows goes, is it's so hard to see the hollow on Haunter. I like that about it, but it bothers me. And then, of course, Dragonair. You had to have Dragonair. If you're going to have Fossil, you have to have these two. In my opinion, of all the cards, you want these two. You want Gengar or you want Dragonair. If I got Aerodactyl or Articuno, any of the birds, that'd be really cool. Haunter would be fine, but if I got Haunter, I would just be thinking, why couldn't it have been Gengar? Cards that I really wouldn't want to pull, probably Ditto, because I already have a mint Ditto. Probably Hitmonlee and Kabutops, and Hypno, because all those are fairly mint. And just not all that rare, in my opinion. Raichu, I think some people would be annoyed if they got Raichu. I feel like Raichu is really underrated. For me, Raichu is almost better than Pikachu. I really like Raichu. I don't think that they messed up by adding that design and having him have an evolved form. I think they did a good job on Raichu, and I love that he's in this set as well. And then we've got your other two birds, which these are mint. I got all three of them bundled together for super cheap. You can't even really see the hollow on the Moltres, but the Moltres looks really, really good. And you guys will see when I flip this what the conditions are like on the back of these cards. Really good. I was surprised yet again that I had most of the rare non-hollows, especially the Dragonites. I had like 3 of those. But I'm missing one, so that's ordered in. Most of the stuff I've ordered in is just like pennies on the dollar stuff. Missing 3 here. I ordered those in just so I could fill it out. I think Arbok. I really like this Arbok from Fossil. It's fantastic. Also, this Golem is fantastic. Really like him too. Over here, I've got 2 missing ones. Sandslash is probably my favorite on this page. Actually, that's tough. This Magmar is pretty cool. Slowbro is pretty awesome. And I guess you could give it to Omastar too. It's pretty freaky looking for a Pokemon. It's pretty cool. Over on this one, I'm missing one. Nothing too notable over here other than this is the first time that these kind of fossil Pokemon were introduced. Kabutops and Omanite. I'm trying to think. Okay, we've got a trainers over here. This Fuji is a first edition. Not everything is exactly on point, but now we're into Rocket. So, most notably, in Rocket is, and there should be a Dark Gyarados here. He's on the way too. It was like $5. And I know this is a secret rare. This was the first secret rare that Pokemon introduced, was this Dark Raichu. So I know it should probably be in the back. It's a beautiful card, and at the time I just felt like, he definitely deserves to be in the front. Dark Alakazam's got a Dark Hollow because it's kind of hard to see. Even though the Cosmo Hollow should shine a little bit. There you go. Should shine a little bit easier. It's actually not too hard to show that on here. We've got our Dark Blastoise. This Dark Charizard were the pulls you wanted to have. Honestly, maybe even, I feel like my top pulls would really be between Dark Raichu, even though he's super slept on, and Dark Blastoise. This artwork is just phenomenal. I really like this Dark Charizard, but I think it's not fetching as much as it could because it has this darker hollow. I think they would have made the card, but it's a Dark Charizard. That's what it's supposed to look like. Other ones that are notable on here that look really good is Dark Golbat. I think he looks really, really cool. And then Dark Arbok was the theme deck exclusive from the Trouble theme deck. None of these were theme deck exclusives, the rest of these. We've got Dark Machamp. I think he's one of the nicest cards in this set for sure. Dark Magneton's really nice too with the silver background. There's so many Magnetons. Magneton is so overplayed. And then I've ordered these missing ones. Unfortunately, I can't show you what was missing in there or recall off the top of my head. Not the top of my back. Dark Dragonair, it's a sick one. Dark Charmeleon looks really cool. Dark Flareon too. I mean, that's a really cool looking card. Feel like it's hard not to appreciate the Rocket artworks. And the more that I look at these sets complete, the more I think, even if I have a pack that's light and it has one of these rares or uncommons, I'm still going to be thrilled because it's still going to be a mint condition card from the original packs. Even though I do primarily look for heavy packs, it does make me wonder, would it be so bad opening a pack that you weigh as light just to see what's in there? But everyone knows the sealed product most of the times is going to go for more down the road. Dark Charmander, need I say more? It's just a really cool card. And I never even remember this Dark Magikarp, or just that Magikarp in Rocket. I never remember that card at all. I know for a fact that this Grimer was changed. The eyes are looking straight ahead, but they used to be looking up this way, which is super weird, but they changed that out. And this Eevee, that Rocket Eevee, is really nice. I'm missing a card there. I do not have this card. Actually, maybe I had it in the front, but this is just another one. Oh, sorry guys. I am not going to edit that out. I am a human. I make mistakes. Okay. I like this Dark Squirtle. I'm trying to remember what the order was for the rest of these. I have most of them. I'm missing Garbage Search or something like that. Garbage Day. Yeah, not a lot of trainers. These are really easy sets to complete. It's really just getting over the hump of the hollows for the most part. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry that I almost knocked this over, but on the bright side, that was near the end of the video, and you guys can see that this stuff is raw. I don't edit it or change anything. I just do videos, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it. I'm really liking this new tripod setup. It makes it really easy to change angles and to look at things differently. But thank you guys for checking out the video. Peace out. I hope you enjoy this.